everyone, and welcome to another edition of Come Dine With Me, Western New York. Brought to you in part by Diamond Cutters of Western New York, Buffalo Hotel Supply, and Systems Technology Group.
And we're so glad you joined us today because we have two very talented and, I might add, two very respected local chefs in the house this morning. And, you know, I understand they have quite a menu planned for us, Russ.
Oh, we do, Jen, and we're going to start with appetizers, then soup, and then the main entree.
Hey, Russ and Jan. It's all about appetizers today with Chef Arazo.
We have our dandelion and 4 cheese bread, and we have our clams stewed with casino sauce.
You are not going to want to miss this.
I'm in the kitchen today with Chef Sarah from the Village Inn in Grand Island. It's going to get hot and spicy in here, making firecracker crab soup. Don't miss this.
On today's Kitchen Invasion, we'll learn what it means to be a true friend in the best of times and the worst of times. We're serving up catfish, polenta, roasted beet tops, and a whole lot of reason to live in Western New York.
Looking forward to this kitchen invasion, Art. And you know, we're going to be heading over there right after our Hints for Your Health segment. Here's our own Dr. Jamie Brennan with today's topic, You Are What You Eat.
Eating healthy is about feeling great, having a lot of energy, emotional well-being, and mental clarity. Be aware that the foods that we ultimately choose may lead to illness or disease. Remember, we are what we eat. Keep with the basics. Baked or grilled instead of fried. Remember, fried always is filled with breaded and unnecessary oils. Choices of salad dressing. Vinaigrettes instead of cream. Cream dressings have a lot higher fat. Salads are considered healthy, however, you can intentionally make it a food with a lot of extra calories. Portion size. Remember, meat especially should be the size of the palm of your hand. Steamed veggies or salad instead of fries or onion rings. Well, I think that's kind of obvious. These simple choices will help put you on a path to improving your lifestyle. I'm Dr. Jamie Brennan, giving you just a few hints for your health.
About 2 years ago, a lot of different things happened, but I went through a major change in my life because I went through a divorce. It was painful no matter what because you never really enter into a relationship just counting on it not lasting. And I didn't really know whether or not I was going to be able to keep my home. That was scary.
It was like when she was going through something, I felt it and I would just immediately start to pray for her.
She's the type of person that will come up to you and give you the best hug in the whole wide world.
When you have someone in your corner who's able to help you walk through some things and show you which emotion is the right emotion and which is not, and which is the right decision and which is not, is very important.
These people have seen me through the best of times and the worst of times, and they've been there praying for me, praying with me. We are very, very close, all of us. It was very important to have this kitchen built because it symbolized the newness of my life. It symbolized a new beginning.
It's cheery, it's bright, and just something that she can call her own.
I think I heard of Artisan from my neighbors downstairs. I went there looking for appliances and I met Julia and she was just so sweet. She seemed to have a feel for what I was trying to do with the kitchen. It was like it was the first sign that everything's good, everything's gonna be okay.
I think she did a good job. The kitchen is beautiful, just like she is.
Welcome to my home.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
When Krista came, I was telling her I was a Southern girl and I liked Southern food, but I told her I was also open to something different.
So I was like, wow, let's bring down south back home here and bring your friends around the table.
I'm interested in knowing what's good to cook, what tastes good.
I would like to learn a little bit more about healthy cooking.
To learn something new that I can actually take home and experiment on my family.
So I was eager to participate.
I decided to do something that she's going to be able to make. That was catfish, and it was just beautiful. Rather than the collard greens, we did the beet tops.
A lot of people don't know what to do with the top of the beets, they throw them out. What we did was we took them, added it to the pan, then we finish it with a little crisped pancetta for presentation.
I had to have some cornmeal in there.
We made polenta today. We cooked it in a pan, fried it in butter. Then we layered it with some caponatina and arugula, seasoned with olive oil and honey. It was out of this world.
We had a ball.
Martha, now we're going to make some roasted beet tops. Anytime's a good time to have a root vegetable like roasted beet tops. Most folks take the actual beet and they use it. But what we're going to do is we're going to take the actual tops, the greens, and we're going to saute that. So we're going to start with just a little bit of 100% butter here. We like to use butter. And we're just going to roll that around till it gets melted. Okay?
Okay.
Now we're going to add some fresh chopped onions.
I learned how to caramelize onions the correct way, so I will be doing that from now on with other dishes.
We added the chopped beet tops to it. Let it simmer down. We added some chicken stock. We added a little fresh ground black pepper. Then we finished it with a little crisped pancetta for presentation. The second dish was fried white beans. We sauteed some fresh garlic. We added the beans to it. We got it to a nice crusty finish. Added some fresh parsley on the top. Delicious.
Today I had 2 assistants to help me out with our catfish. We started out with Elfrida. She helped me out cutting out the jalapeno peppers. We took all the seeds out. That's the fire, the membrane. We oven roasted our red peppers, peeled everything away, put it in the food processor, and we had a nice roasted red pepper puree.
Oh, those roasted peppers. I didn't know how to do roasted peppers. I'm not a pepper person. But boy, when she opened that up and it was like, it was delicious.
I learned to make the sauteed fish in a totally different way. Instead of using all the flour and all that oil, she just used some light lemon juice, cornmeal mixed with the Cajun spices. I mean, it was just so simple.
We seasoned that fish up good and sauteed that in a hot pan with just a simple canola oil, 3 minutes per side. Off it goes. Cleaned that pan out. I added some butter, sauteed out some shallots, added those jalapeno peppers, deglazed it with a bit of white wine, finished it with a bit of heavy cream. I reduced that sauce down, finished it with our roasted red pepper puree, a bit of lemon, salt, and pepper.
She worked that catfish. She worked the catfish. It was top notch.
Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa.
Don't sing, just cook. Let me tell you, I love Marco. I do. I love Marco, but I am so glad he's a chef and not a singer.
I really thought I had a good voice, and she told me to stick to my day job. I really like that song, too. Barb, today we're going to make polenta. Have you ever made polenta?
No.
Polenta's cool. It's like a gelatinous cornmeal. And we're going to go over to the stove and start it.
Okay. Good.
Come on over. Join us. You bring a pot of water to a boil, 6 cups, and you add 1.5 cups of cornmeal. You actually just whisk it. Then you season it with some Romano cheese, crushed hot pepper, and some butter. Once it's thickened, pour it out on a tray and let it get firm. It takes about 20-25 minutes. Then you cut it out with a cookie cutter and pan fry it in some whole butter. We're gonna take a PVC pipe and we're gonna layer it. We put it right in the bottom. And we put about a teaspoon of caponattina, which is an eggplant and tomato spread. We layered arugula, and the dressing was honey, olive oil, and lemon. It just takes it right over the top. It's so fresh and crisp. It's like washing your hair. Stack, rinse, repeat. And we just built it up a couple high and pulled the PVC pipe off so they kept its shape. It was really cool. So Barb, after all this hard work, what do you say? You come dine with me?
Yes.
This looks great, huh?
Mm-hmm. Good. Delicious. Very
I love
good.
the peppery, the
Let's
sweet.
eat it all.
Let's do it.
How did I like the meal? It was just fantastic.
The fish wasn't heavy, it was light, it was fluffy, it was delicious.
I feel like it was an honor to be here and to be in the presence of such wonderful chefs.
They are excellent in their own right, but yet, you know, they're still humble and it's easy to work with them.
And it was delightful to be with my friends.
It felt like home. It felt like just a warm family gathering.
It really meant a lot.
I really think it's just a symbol of the greater things that's in store for me. I think that God has given me this to let me know that this is just the beginning, girlfriend. I got some great things in store for you. This is only touching the tip of the iceberg. You just hold on to your seat and just see what I got in store for you.
Come dine with me, Western New York.
This portion of the program is sponsored in part by Artisan Kitchens and Baths. See, touch, feel, and use our products. And by Volkswagen of Orchard Park, the only dealer that's all Volkswagen all the time. Ben Fantaschi, where would you like to have dinner tonight?
Well, Russell's, of course.
Be my guest. Let us do the rest.
When you think Volkswagen of Orchard Park, the only Volkswagen dealer that's all Volkswagen, all the time. Think that's cool? We put all certified pre-owned vehicles through a 112-point inspection and give them an additional 2-year, 24,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, along with 24-hour roadside assistance. Not bad, huh? Volkswagen of Orchard Park, near the corner of Mile Strip and Southwestern. Think Volkswagen of Orchard Park.
This is Tom Payne to tell you about my new seasonal specials. Try my new upside-down chicken pot pie made from fresh pulled chicken meat and served over a homemade buttermilk biscuit. Or try crispy panko garlic, tilapia, and shrimp. Come home and try Angus meatloaf with lobster mashed potatoes. And my favorite, short rib shepherd's pie. We braise beef short ribs and then top them with gravy, vegetables, mashed potatoes, and cheddar cheese. Wow! All for a limited time at the Grapevine, 2545 Niagara Falls Boulevard, Amherst.
Niagara Falls, the honeymoon capital of the world, is also the bridal show capital of the world. Experience Buffalo Bridal Expo at Seneca Niagara Casino, Saturday, February 2nd and Sunday, February 3rd, and plan your wedding all in one great day. Enjoy high-energy fashion shows and aisle after aisle of only the best wedding vendors. Taste the cakes, sit in the limos, and check out the latest table displays for your celebration. Get your free tickets online at buffalobridalexpo.com or call the hotline number 566-1116.
Another Key Video production.
We're back. Now, if you're looking for that old-fashioned home-style cooking, you know, the kind creating everything from scratch, like homemade breads and pasta and desserts, the kind you wish you had time to make at home, well, to me, one place comes to mind, and that is Arazo's in Clarence. And at Arazo's, you'll find a really warm and welcoming atmosphere, the kind that you can enjoy a relaxing meal or just unwind with a cocktail. In fact, I think I know where I'm making my reservations tonight.
Today, I am so excited to be here with Chef Arazo from Arazo's. We're doing appetizers today, and I love clams, and I need to get some greens in me, so I hear we're going to do some 4 cheese or 3 cheese dandelion green bread.
Yep, it's a 4 cheese and dandelion bread. Very simple, but you'll be the hit of the party with it.
I think so. I can't wait for the clams, so let's go with this right away. The dough. Let's talk about the dough.
Okay, the dough is our homemade. We can either use our pizza dough or our bread dough, but today we chose our bread dough. It's a high gluten flour.
All right.
But if you want something a little bit more delicate, you can use a pizza dough.
A pizza crust. And
exactly.
you can buy one of those in the grocery.
Exactly. You can just buy a frozen pizza dough, let it thaw out. So we're just going to roll it out nice and simple. And we're going to take our dandelions, and I sauteed them with a little bit of olive oil.
Okay.
But first what we do is we use fresh dandelions, and we cook them out, simmer them for about 45 minutes in salted water.
All right.
And that pulls the bitterness out of it. And then we shock it in ice water. And then we're going to take our dandelions, saute with olive oil, garlic, a little salt, and black pepper. Now, again, you know how I operate. Keep it simple. Nice, fresh ingredients.
Okay.
It's our homemade bread dough that we make every day at the restaurant.
I love that about you.
Exactly.
Absolutely love that about your restaurant.
And,
the bread is fresh every day.
Yeah.
This is so simple. So this is our first app. And
I mean, this is something that you can make
no egg wash
in a half hour. Nope, you don't have to use anything. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to roll it up like a burrito.
All right.
And what I like to do here is I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil on it.
All right.
And we're just going to do the bottom. And we're going to put it into an oven. You can score it if you want.
Okay.
And bake it for about 20 minutes at 375. Now that you put the bread in the oven, we're ready to make something that you can dip it into.
All right, I'm ready.
So we're making our... This is our clams casino. It's a stewed clams casino style.
Okay.
It's almost like a casino butter that we use at the restaurant for our clam casino. And we do all-you-can-eat clams every Monday night. So
all-you-can-eat clams.
All-you-can-eat clams 4 different ways. And I wanted one sauce that was different that nobody else does. So after a little bit of playing around and getting it down, this is our sauce. And this is the most popular sauce.
I can see why.
And we'll put the stewed clams right over Angel her pasta. And you can just keep on ordering the clams.
Now, I really like this dish. I mean, you're taking an old classic casino.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting out with bacon. And I love pork products, so you're winning with me right here already.
There you go. Now, you can cut back on the butter, but we're not skimpy on the butter on this sauce.
Okay.
And this is, at most places, this is going to be enough for 3 or 4 portions if you're going to. So it'll...
I don't know.
Exactly.
You haven't had me at your restaurant.
So we're going to render that bacon nicely.
Okay.
We're going to add the butter. Add a little bit of diced onion, and we're going to cook that out. So we're going to cook that out a little bit. We're going to add in our chopped garlic.
It's never right without garlic.
Exactly.
So you got me there.
There you go. So we're going to add our green pepper, make it a nice colorful presentation.
Absolutely.
Red pepper.
And you have a really fine diced brunoise there.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolute perfection. I respect your skills here.
Thank you. A+.
A+. I give you an A+. Absolutely.
So we're just going to toss it up nicely, and look at that color.
Yes, you know.
Put that out for a second.
Okay.
So now we're going to add our lemon juice.
All right. And I do like the fact you use the fresh squeeze.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It does. It makes the difference. Fresh squeezed and the bottled is like night and day. So you believe in the KISS theory, as we've discussed before.
Exactly.
Keep it really simple.
So I added some white wine to it.
Okay.
And let those onions absorb the white wine.
You got it happening there? All right.
A little bit of fresh chopped parsley.
Everything you've touched so far is fresh.
Oh, it has
Everything.
to be.
I mean, this is what Arazio's is about.
We're just going to let that cook out just a touch. I'm going to add
All
a
right.
little bit of water to it, just to make it a little bit more brothy.
Oh, okay, okay. Plus, we're gonna get all the good,
The juice
the goodness out of this.
You
when
got
these
it.
things open up, what's in there is the most delicious. The juice is a little bit salty from the sea. And,
Exactly.
I mean, let's go. Bella.
Thank you. For the all-you-can-eat clams, you can come to Arazio's restaurant, 9415 Main Street in Clarence, New York. Come dine with me, Western New York.
This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Buffalo Hotel Supply. Design, deliver, and install. We can do it all. And by Diamond Cutters of Western New York. Buy direct from the Diamond Cutters.
Let Diamond Cutters of Western New York save you money while providing the very highest quality, beautiful diamonds. From the mines to a ring, a diamond may change hands many times before it reaches your finger. Each middleman adds a little more cost to your diamond. But for the past 30 years, our gemologists have traveled the world to bring rough diamonds back to Buffalo, where we specialize in cutting and polishing on premises, so we virtually eliminate the middleman. Diamond Cutters. We cut diamonds for their beauty. We cut the middleman to save you money.
Some say it's our amazing sports bar. Others, our relaxed and comfortable dining room. And then there are those who say it's our private meeting and banquet rooms where we take care of everything. Whatever draws you to Buffalo's best grill and catering, one thing's for certain, you'll always get a great meal. We pride ourselves on our casual atmosphere with very comfortable prices. Buffalo's best grill and catering, Southwestern Boulevard in Orchard Park. Stop in today and see why we're Buffalo's best.
Put your tax return to work, because the time is now to transform your home. The Vinyl Outlet provides custom fabrication with the best railings and decking installed by the finest craftsmen, committed to deliver the look you deserve. The Vinyl Outlet provides virtually maintenance-free vinyl fencing for the look your yard deserves. Take advantage of our early bird special and save up to 35% off. The Vinyl Outlet. Let us transform your home.
The Vinyl Outlet. Let us transform your home.
Come in for a great time at Alton's. Our extensive menu will surely satisfy everyone. Start your day off with farm fresh eggs, a hearty omelet, or a delicious Belgian waffle. Our famous chicken souvlaki is made fresh to order, as well as all of our mouth-watering burgers, sandwiches, and melts. Try our tempting portobello strip steak topped with balsamic mushrooms, caramelized onions, and melted Asiago cheese, or our shrimp fettuccine with a rich lobster cream sauce. No matter what you choose, you can never go wrong. Alton's, all good.
Today I have the pleasure of working with a full-time mom who is a self-proclaimed old-school cook who doesn't measure or use recipes, a woman after my own heart, who's actually going to make a hot and spicy firecracker crab soup. Am I right?
Yes.
So hot and spicy, they put the right chef in place?
Sure did.
So I was involved in the prep work, and I saw there's 9 million different kinds of hot peppers. There's jalapenos, there's bananas, there's roasted, there's red, yellow, there's all different kinds. Sarah and I prepped this up. We got our mise en place in place, and our pot is nice and hot. We're going to start making our soup. What's our first step?
Well, we're going to need the oil first.
Okay. Now, any kind of olive oil or just a...
We just use a regular standard olive oil at the restaurant.
Okay.
And then we have garlic.
And what soup doesn't have garlic? I mean, you got to have garlic in everything, am I right?
And then we have the Hungarian peppers.
Now, the Hungarian peppers are hot.
Right.
Aren't they?
I deseeded them, but
Okay.
I left some of the seeds in so that we get the firecracker in the soup.
So I understand when you have the Hungarian pepper and you cut it in half, there's a vein down the center that actually has oil, and that's what makes the pepper hot. Am I right?
Right.
Okay. So we got, how many Hungarian peppers did we put in there?
About a cup and a half.
Wow, that's a lot of peppers. And then you got some jalapenos. Now those are no joke.
Right. And I also left seeds in some of the peppers when I chopped them as well.
What do we have next?
Now we have the onions.
Okay. So now, Sarah, you're using roasted peppers. Can you give me a tip on how to roast the peppers? These are red, yellow, and orange sweet peppers?
Right.
If I'm going to do these at home?
Well, at the restaurant, of course, we have a grill, so we put them on the grill and we fire roast them. And then if you are at home and you don't have the option of a grill, you have a gas stove, you can put them over the flame. And if you don't have gas, you use electric, then you can put them under the broiler.
Oh, perfect. So it really is kind of easy. And then once you get this off, you peel all the char?
Well, the trick is to put it in a paper bag for a few minutes and the skins release. And then you can take the skins off.
Perfect. Nice and easy. And this is what it looks like when it's all done. Now, how many peppers did you use in that soup?
This is about 2 cups of the roasted red peppers.
Which would equal about how many fresh peppers?
I want to say it was about 4 to 5 big ones.
Okay. What's next?
Next, we're going to add the stock. I have about 10 cups of fresh seafood stock. We make all our stocks from fresh at the restaurant.
Okay. Now, in order to make the seafood stock, you just boil the shells, any seafood, and you bring it to a boil.
Right.
And then once the shells are boiled, you run it through a cheesecloth, and that's how you get the stock, and it's got nothing but flavor.
And now we're going to add a little bit of pepper.
Okay.
I use coarse ground at the restaurant.
It's easier to gauge, too, when you use coarse.
And then I also use a little bit of celery salt. I use celery salt in all of my soups. And then I have 3 bay leaves here.
And what are some of the other soups that you make at the Village Inn?
We tend to make a lot of spicy soups. We always have one spicy soup. We have a clear soup. And usually a cream soup. So we always have about 3 different soups running at all times. Our most popular soup is the lemon Tabasco clam chowder, which I couldn't make here today because there's too many secrets involved.
That's right.
We make that as soon as it runs out.
Perfect. So what's next?
Now we're going to bring the soup to a boil so that we can thicken it.
So Sarah, our soup boiled in about 15 minutes. Next step, you're going to add?
We're going to add the roux, which is usually equal parts of flour and butter. And you want it to be the consistency of sand.
Okay.
We're just going to add a little bit at a time here.
And how much are we going to add?
I usually, for a small batch, do a little less than a pound of butter.
Okay.
But you want
I told you, she doesn't measure and she doesn't use recipes, so this is great.
You want to whisk it.
Okay.
It's getting pretty thick right now. And that's what the roux does. It makes your soup nice and hearty. It's a thickening agent. Just flung some over there. That should probably do it right there.
Okay. And then what do we add next?
Next, we're going to add the heavy cream.
Now, you want to add almost the whole quart?
Probably about half.
About half a quart. And you don't want to use heavy, or you don't want to use half and half. You want to use the heavy cream.
Right, because that's what's going to give it the velvety feel when you are eating that.
I know you don't use a recipe and you don't measure. That's just how I cook. So tell me when.
Well, it's nice and thick.
It's all about eyeball, isn't it?
It sure is.
All right.
Okay, that's good right there.
That looks great.
Now we're just going to let this cook for another minute or so, and then we want to turn it off because we don't want the soup to break. The fats in the cream will break down and become runny. Now, Marco, now that our pot of soup is finished, we're going to add the crab meat.
Okay. We're using a back fin crab, which is really sweet. It's going to add great flavor and texture to the soup. And we're going to add a lot to it, too. There's no joke. Village Inn doesn't fool around when they add their crab to the soup. That looks amazing. It smells even better. Wow, look at the crab. It's so creamy. I'm sure it's going to be spicy.
It's definitely one of the Village Inn favorites.
Well, I can't wait to try it. Here we go. Man. The sweetness of the crab, the creaminess of the soup. But let me tell you something. They brought the right chef to the table because that is some spicy chowder. You are a firecracker. A short hop over the Grand Island Bridge. 1488 Ferry Road. Visit my friends at the Village Inn. I'm Chef Marco.
Come dine with me, Western New York.
Closed captioning provided by STG. STG, revolutionizing point-of-sale solutions.
I love Aloha. It tells me exactly what's selling.
I love Aloha because it helps us stay competitive.
I love Aloha. It's helped me increase my drink orders by 10%.
I love Aloha because it means fewer mistakes.
I love Aloha because the service is great.
Why do so many restaurant owners in Western New York love Aloha touchscreen register systems? Give us a call and see for yourself.
Welcome to Molinaro's. All our Italian cookies are made from family recipes passed down from generation to generation. Nobody can top our hand-tossed New York-style pizza, right, Dad?
That's right, Maggie. When they want a good pizza, we got them covered.
Try our signature dishes like chicken Molinaro or enjoy authentic Italian classics. You know what we always say, cuando mangiate con Molinaro, mangiate con familia. When you eat at Molinaro's, you eat with family.
Be our guest. Let us do the rest. Welcome back to Come Dine With Me, Western New York. If you want to learn about the restaurants you see on our show,
or you saw one of our chefs prepare a special dish that you'd like to make on your own, you can find the recipes on our website. Also, be sure to hit the like button on our Facebook page. You'll find some great information, discounts, and a whole lot more.
and Jan, like we always been talking over the past weeks and weeks, our independent restaurants are so important to the area, and I urge the people out there, support your independent restaurants. They're very important to the community.
And delicious too, Russ. And just a reminder that we'll be back here on Channel 7 next week at this same time, and we hope you'll join us then. For everybody here at Come Dine With Me, Western New York, I'm Jan Farrington.
And I'm Russ Salvatore. Time to stick a fork in it, Jan, because we are done.
The romance of Tuscany, the flavor of DiPaolo's, everything you love about DiPaolo's, the food, the friendship, the family. Whether in our elegant dining room or outside in the courtyard, the atmosphere is authentic. For a simple dinner out or the affair of a lifetime, find Tuscany in your own backyard. Ilio DiPaolo's Restaurant, Banquets and Ringside Lounge in Blaisdell, a family restaurant with a gourmet touch.